Good evening, everyone. I am here in my backyard in December. It's a little chilly for short sleeves, but it's nice out today, guys. But I got a little bit of an early Christmas present, we'll call it, from Metabo. And I haven't had anything from Metabo in a while to review, but I'm pretty excited about this. So what I've got is a cordless drill, cordless impact set. So they come together. And I'm gonna open it up here for you guys and kind of show you what we're looking at here. So this is the box that it comes in, guys. You can see here, it's 18 volt KC18DEXQB. That is gonna be the number for this set. So what you got is you got your drill, and then your impact, and you got the 18 volt multi-volt. It says right here, multi-volt batteries. So you can actually use the big batteries with this, just like all the multi-volt system. So I already have both a drill and an impact from them that is 18 volt, and I'm gonna actually kind of show you guys the difference. So it comes with this nice bag that you can put them in. I love that Metabo at least gives you a bag. You know, sometimes they give you a hard case, which is even better. I always appreciate the packaging that things come in. So I'm not gonna lie, I did open this up and just pull them out of the bag here, but everything that you saw is how it was. So here is the impact right here, brushless. Now this doesn't have the dust and water rating that the other one has. So you can see right there you have IP56. You don't have that on this one, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Don't take that as a bad thing, guys. And here is the drill. This should be your batteries. So this kit comes with 2 batteries and a charger for you, which is a really nice thing. You got 2 tools, 2 batteries, and then a charger. And they charge fast, guys. They do charge quite fast. So here is the inside of that box. You got your 2.0 amp hour batteries and your charger. It's kind of funny, all of these chargers, a lot of them are just a little bit different, but they all do the same thing. So let me just take these out, and then we'll take a closer look at these. Sorry for the wind, guys. It is a bit breezy, but when it's almost 50 degrees in December in Michigan, you're okay with a little breeze. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to try to film this without a tripod stand. So let's start with the drill. This is the drill, and already you could just see it's a very compact drill. If you're doing a lot of things where you gotta fit it in a tight area, this looks very nice. And let me show you the difference between this drill and, yes, the other drill is more powerful, but just the size difference. So this is the hammer drill. I mean, look, it's a pretty big size difference. This one basically comes up to the chuck. And, you know, this one has the handle that slides on it. But this new one is very small, very compact, which is very nice. But even though you're in what I would call the lower tier of the 18 volt tools, maybe, I don't know if you want to call it that, but the smaller, not as powerful tools, you get the metal. This is metal. It's not plastic like a lot of the other brands. This is metal. I love that, guys. Love that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the battery in. Take this off. So there's the battery, guys. It comes and it's not charged. So I'm gonna throw in one of my other batteries from my previous set. Not that this one is charged great either, but at least I know I'm not gonna drain it all the way. So there's your light. Take that back. It actually is drained all the way. Hold on, I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. So there's your light. You have the light.
which they're decent lights, guys. I don't love the light on the bottom. I like lights up around the top, but it's a tool. I mean, if you need a lot of light, wear a headlamp, right? But you got your two speeds, of course, on the top. And that's a nice solid, you can hear that, nice solid click. Now, one of my complaints on the drills before was right here. This was really flimsy feeling and really sloppy in there. This feels a lot better to me. I mean, it's still plastic, but it feels a lot better. So that is the drill. Now let's take a look at the impact here. So as far as the impact goes, this is just your 18 volt. The other one I actually have gotten before is a triple hammer, guys. And what it has a lot more features, but you're paying for it. Now, if you're just a homeowner who, hey, I need to put in some screws, need to build something real quick, you know, working on the chicken coop, putting together a picnic table, putting together a deer blind, you don't necessarily need all those settings. If you're just using, you know, there went the camera. The joys of not having a tripod yet, right? So back to what I was saying. If you don't have different lumber that you're using, if you're just using your standard, go to Menards, go to Lowe's, Home Depot, your number 2 lumber, this is going to be great for you. If you're just your average homeowner, I want to call it, you know, I'm not going to say that you're not going to use more wood that is harder or more dense, but most of the time, most of us, we don't need all those settings. If you're not breaking bolts loose, if you're not working on farm machinery, if you're just building a few things, building some shelves, you don't need all the settings that the triple hammer impact offers. So you got a light up here. I like that better than the light down low. On the impact, you have the light up higher. And I mean, these are just straightforward. But let me toss a battery in this one and show you guys it. Now, guys, on both of these, I wanted to mention this rubber grip. I really like that. It's a nice rubber grip that comes on these. As always, your battery. I know these are low, but it tells you how much is left. You got the belt clip. Just very, very nice, guys. Now, again, you don't have as much torque as you do with some of the more expensive models with this. But you have a nice, light, compact driver. Impact, I guess I should call it technically. Nice, strong impact that's going to do great for you guys. If you're looking at some of these and you're like, hey, it's a little too expensive, you know, it's a little more than I want, then they give you some of these options where you don't get quite the features, but you get a good tool. So here is the triple hammer. Now, size-wise, they're identical. They really are. You can hardly tell a difference. I'm going to show you. So there they are. This is the triple hammer. Let's lay that down. And then we're going to lay down. They're the same. They're essentially the same tool body, guys. Now you'll see that the triple hammer, you get a little more ventilation with that. You get 3 LEDs instead of just the one down below. And then you get the IP56 rating with these. But again, you're paying for that. If you're your normal everyday homeowner, you don't necessarily need all those bells and whistles. And that's what I'm about. I'm about not always having the bells and whistles when it comes down to it. Sometimes you just need a good quality tool that's a little cheaper. So this has the 18 volt in it. I'm going to show you guys that you can indeed switch to the big battery, the 3618 with these. So here we go. There's the 36 volt. Slides right in there. Very nice, guys. It does make it heavier, but you're going to run a lot longer on this. And this is actually full. So I'm going to use the 36 volt to do some test here today while the other batteries are charging for you guys. So I'm going to start out with my old 18 volt hammer drill, just to show you the power that has. Now the torque that this has is almost double by specs of the new 18 volt drill that I have here. And obviously, the guys, I know this is made for more power. So what I did there is I actually set the brake a little bit so I didn't go into my picnic table. But you could see the speed with which that went. Now I'm going to try the new drill just to see if it seems pretty comparable. I don't have all the fancy tech stuff to measure speed and, you know, make sure it's all the same. I'm just out here at my picnic table filming by myself. But I want to give you guys, you know, kind of just a straightforward review. Does this seem like it's worth the money? So first test is to see, can it actually hold this drill bit, because it is a big drill bit. There you go, guys, no problem. All right, here we go. Guys, in this treated lumber here that I'm drilling this into, I hardly noticed a difference. So I'm gonna turn that brake off and see if I can go all the way through here. That is not a little hole, guys. This is a 9/16 drill bit. So not the biggest drill bit, but it's not little either. Just double checking that for you. Yep, 9/16. Not sure if you can see it through the rust there. Now, I'm gonna put in another drill bit that's even bigger here. And we'll see how this goes. Now, these are really made to go through wood, guys, and I have to be careful of my wrist. Because if you're not careful, you can do some damage here. So. Now, this is dull. I do know that as a fact. So there's that hole, guys, and it's not a little piece of wood it's going through. So far, I'm very impressed, because I know I got the big battery on here, but they both are using the same battery, and it's still just, it puts it right through. I mean, this isn't your hardest wood, but most of us aren't using, you know, southern pine, oak for everything. But this, that's impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. Now, I could compare it to the other one, but let's be honest. You're not here to just see the other one work. I've done that in the past. So far, very, very impressed, guys. So now we're gonna try this drill bit. That is the same battery, I promise. Now, I do know that some of these drill bits probably should be a little more careful with, using two hands, but I just want to try it out. It's exciting. All right, guys, so you can see the flashing light there. It actually started to bind at the very, very end, but it actually went through. Look at that. Guys, that's impressive. I'm sorry. That's just so impressive. For how compact this drill is, for it to be driving through stuff like that, I mean, come on. And you don't even need that big battery. You're not going to see a difference using the 18. So then you have a small, compact drill that's just blowing through stuff. Very, very cool, guys. Let me get the impact set up and we'll try, oh, there's a sliver. We'll try a few things with the impact now. All right, so here is the impact. In typical redneck fashion, let's call it. I could only find my really long extension. But for initial test, let's try it out and see how that goes. I don't even think the magnet in it holds anymore. But here we go. I'm gonna get a few things and we will once again drive in some stuff and just see how it goes. So just a note here, guys. I am a firm believer in never, ever, ever using Phillips head screws. I just hate it. Absolutely hate it. And of course, do I have a whole lot around here? No. But I am a firm believer in your star bit screws. If you're going to be driving stuff, especially with an impact, just pay the extra money if it is extra money. A lot of times it's not. Get yourself a good star bit. Let's give this a go. So as I mentioned, the magnet doesn't work in this. So this has never been used. This is the first time. Come on, guys. Tools these days are so awesome. Just the speed. The speed is impressive. So here's another screw. These aren't small screws, guys. It's what most of us would be using if we were putting stuff together. I think these are 3.5. Might even be a little longer than what you'd usually be using on your standard everyday project. So actually put that an inch in. Okay, so it is actually the next day, but I thought of a way to showcase the impact a little better. I just kind of said it was very similar to my triple hammer, but I think we got to see it in action. So I have my deer blind. My deer season's done, but some of the floorboards, the nails are pulling out of. So I just thought, hey, that's southern pine. I'm gonna go drive some screws into that with a new impact and see how it goes. So some leaves have blown in here, but you can actually see right here, these screws have pulled out. So when you're in here hunting, sometimes you get a pretty good creak, especially when it's cold. So I'm thinking use this impact and just put in a few screws and just test it out. This is southern pine. All this is southern pine. You can see, you can tell just by the grain of it there. And it's southern pine underneath. So should be a pretty good test. So I apologize, not the best view, but in a deer blind. So here it is again. You don't have the settings, so it's just a squeeze, and I think it's got a variable speed, so you can go slower, which is good for starting. Here we go. So I actually missed underneath, guys, but you saw how fast I went through the first board. Let's try this again. So it is not having any problem, guys. That's going, they're 3.5 inch screws going into 2 pieces of southern yellow pine. So I really don't see this impact not being strong enough for you if you just have normal projects like I do around the house. Again, the triple hammer is great, but sometimes you just need something that's just effective, a little cheaper, you know. We're not all getting the expensive stuff. Sometimes we need to get the tool that's only, you know, let's say it's even $20 cheaper. Sometimes that's what you need. I wouldn't shy away from it, guys. It seems to be a very good impact. Not all the bells and whistles, but do you need all the bells and whistles all the time? No. Nope, sometimes you just need to get the job done. Looks like it does that.
All right, guys, just a quick note here as well before I wrap everything up. The charger. Now, a lot of the chargers actually have a cooling system, in there. This does not have the cooling system in it, so it's a lot quieter. I personally like the cooling system, but again, it's a cheaper, you can tell it's a cheaper set. So, cheaper set, you don't get quite all the fancy stuff, guys, but as you could see, the performance is there. The performance is there. So, just wanted to do that quick note here before I go. If you're looking for a nice set, maybe you want to get someone a set for Christmas, you know, their birthday, whatever. This set's pretty stinking nice, guys. It's got the power. I showed you. The drill is compact. That drill being smaller, if you're working in the basement, going through your floor joist, you know, you're working just on the farm, on the ranch somewhere, it's going to come in handy. Just to be 3-4 inches more compact is a big deal. I'm gonna use that drill a lot. Overall, very impressed, guys. I know I'm just starting to use them, but every tool I've ever gotten from Metabo, it doesn't change the next time I use it. It doesn't change the time after that. They're just really good tools. You have the ability to use your 36-volt battery with your 18-volt tools. Wait, it's just really, really nice. Hey, Waffles. Want to say hi? So Waffles she's a little over 1, and she is nuts still. So get down, get down. She thinks she's a human. Down. But anyways, guys, very, very nice tool. If you're thinking about getting that set, I don't see a reason why not to. You get 2 batteries, you get a charger, you get a compact drill, you get an impact that, yes, you don't have the settings that you would get on the triple hammer. You know, if you wanted to go in a little slower, or there's a setting for specifically bolts, or I think sheet metal. There's a bunch of settings on it. You don't get that. But if you're just your everyday guy, building some shelves in your basement, you know, putting together some wood, building a picnic table out of chainsawed wood, it's gonna work. It's gonna work good. It's gonna be a good drill. It's gonna be a good impact. Check it out, guys. Really hope, you know, if you get one, that you love it as much as I do, because this stuff is good quality tools. My dad is hooked on them now. I'm hooked on them. Go check out Metabo, guys. We'll catch you next time.